Hey, good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, July 4th, so happy 4th of July, everyone. I spent a few days in Harpers Ferry, which was a lot of fun. Spent a night at a Quality Inn with my family, the group that I've been hiking with, as well as a night in a hostel, which that was also a lot of fun. I did hike out last night, just about 3 miles outside of town, or I guess 6 in total, and stayed the night at the shelter so I could get an early start on the trail. Today, we have a few of my friends that are attempting the 4-state challenge, which is going through Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, and then ending in Pennsylvania. And that was 44 miles in total. So good luck to them. I think that they are still early on right now. Last I talked to them, they have done about 8 miles so far. But yeah, so plan for today. I'm going to try to just go as far as I can. This little section is really easy. And I'd like to get caught up with some of my other group members, which are about 10 miles ahead currently. So going to be pushing today a bit. But yeah, it feels good to be back on trail. I also got new shoes, the Hoka Speed Goat 5s. And so far, I'm loving these things. They're very, very comfortable. They just feel very, very smooth. They got lots of padding underneath. And they're not the zero drop, which is very nice. So let's see how they turn out. But so far, really, really good and really enjoying using them so far. So 2 thumbs up. And while I was in Harpers Ferry, I did get a chance to swing by the ATC headquarters and take my photo. I'll try to include the image here, but it's something that everyone through hiker does, or most will do. And that's, you register when you first begin the hike at McConaughey Falls. And then in Harpers Ferry, which is about the halfway point, you can register again with them, take your photo, pull a little Polaroid, put your name and where you're from and your trail name and whatnot, and then you put it in their register. So yeah, there was around 1,400 folks that have come through here so far, but I've heard that there's been 3,000 to 4,000 people already registered, or I think 4,000 total registered at Amicalola. So boy, it is true what they say, where probably at this point about half the people have quit. And they say only about a quarter will finish. So fingers crossed that I'm the one of them that is summiting Mount Katahdin in about 3 months from now. We are about to cross over the Mason-Dixon line. It is about 14 miles from here, so I will be crossing over into Pennsylvania. The rest of my group will be waiting at a shelter, and we're going to try to make it in the next 2 days to the exact halfway point. There is a place called Pine Grove Furnace. That it is where you actually end up doing your half-gallon challenge. So, I think I'm built more for eating ice cream than hiking. So I'll attempt that, and I'll leave the 4-state challenge up to Eli and Hike Kick. So. All right, so got about half a mile left until I get to the shelter here tonight. I went a little over 20 miles, so it was a pretty solid day. I actually feel pretty good and could probably continue on just a little longer, but this is gonna be one of the last water sources for a while, so it just makes sense to camp there. But yeah, overall good day. I am going to be probably about 5 miles short of my friends, so I'll just wake up a little bit extra early and hopefully try to catch up with them. Hey, good morning, everyone. So today we'll be hiking about 17 miles to get to the half-gallon challenge, and I should be meeting back up with my friends here for that. So I'm excited for it. I got an early start, luckily. The shelter was really, really nice that we stayed at last night. But for some reason it was just so hot and humid and sweaty that I just did not get a very good night's sleep. So I am certainly struggling this morning. Very low energy, but yeah, sleep is very important out here. I also use that sleep time to recover. So now my foot is actually starting out the day not great. So should be probably a tough day mentally and physically, but thankfully the terrain and the topo is not bad, so, you know, just when you needed it. So hopefully there's not too many rocks and that the terrain stays well. Also, someone just said that there's gonna be some trail magic, some hot dogs and stuff coming up. So that makes me feel good. So let's get after it. Is this the like original halfway?
Yeah.
Ah.
A reason?
Because it's hot and because it's bitter. It's the opposite of sweet.
Ice cream.
Hey, good morning everyone. So, yep, gonna be hiking about, I believe like 18 miles here today. We should be getting into Boiling Springs. We're actually gonna camp just right outside of it and then do our errands in the morning and then leave to hike out, get close to, or get into Duncannon, which will be about a day further past then, which should have at least more of a resupply. But yeah, last night was a lot of fun. We did the half-gallon challenge, which I was able to complete in 19 minutes. Quite a bit slower than I was expecting, but it is pretty rough. It's very tough to eat a half-gallon of ice cream. One of the guys in my group, Eli, he actually was able to do it in 9 minutes, which I was very, very impressed with. But so yeah, if y'all coming through there, it is kind of a popular thing. Sorry, a little bug on my hand there. It's a popular thing to do through the halfway point. But yeah, it's been really fun. Yesterday was a really fun day. Hit a lot of milestones. We went through the official halfway point. We also hit mile number 1100 and we're able to get to Pine Grove Forest General Stores. We'll be hiking through a town called Boiling Springs, and I have a bounce box there, which a bounce box is basically you can mail a box using first class USPS to a post office, and if you need anything from it, you can actually open it up. If you open it up, then you got to pay again, but if you don't need anything, you can just send it along down the trail again for free. So I actually don't need anything from it. I put my previous pair of shoes, I wanted to test these out first, make sure I liked them. I also put my down booties in there. It's so hot that I don't need that anymore. That's all I can think about is how can I lower my base weight even further. I totally understand now why people have these like 6-7 pound base weight. It definitely makes the hiking a lot more enjoyable when you're not carrying around 20 plus pounds. So. All right, so this Boiling Springs is kind of a cool town. Got to swing by the post office and send a bounce box back home, and then probably gonna stop by the outfitter real quick, see if I can get a new shirt. Mine has been ripped for a while, and then probably grab some lunch and head out. Go up to Carlisle. I think it's another like 10 more miles or something. Should be pretty easy.
I don't know what to do. When I get to town, I'll take a test.
All right, so just received some bad news that one of the members of my little trail family has also tested positive for COVID. So we've been relatively close. I still probably kept my distance, but we are all now, as soon as we get back into town, going to test for it, just to try to be safe in that sense. But it sounds like it may be inevitable, unfortunately.